Good morning students, welcome to the online classes of TMPS. Today we'll be discussing about the second part of chapter soil. Class 10 we have started with the chapter soil. In the first video we have discussed about the alluvial soil. We have discussed about the different types of alluvial soil. Then we had discussed that what are soil, how they are formed, and very important question that what was the difference between khadar and bhangar. Next, what do you understand by the term transported soil, the residual soils. Next, we discussed about what is pedogenous. These things are being discussed in the first video. If you have not studied, you can go and visit that video. जाइए उसको देख लीजिए. And now today we will be finishing up with the chapter with the more parts which are left, along with the soil erosion and conversion of soil. Now, conversion of soil basically means that how the soil is converted into different forms, and a very important topic that is left would be the soil conservation. What do you understand by the term soil conservation? That would be discussed. Today, first of all, we will be discussing about the part which was left on that day. First, we have discussed about the alluvial soil. I have told you alluvial soil is also known by different names such as transported soil, ravine soil, as well as this is rich in humus. It is the most fertile soil which is being found in our country as well as all over the world, and India is blessed to have a huge quantity of alluvial soil. Northern plains, Ganga Brahmaputra plains, Indus Valley plains are examples of this. You have studied about the Indus tributaries and Brahmaputra tributaries along with Ganga, Yamuna and their tributaries. Today we'll be starting with the portion of black soil. What do you understand by the term black soil? Black soil is basically a soil which is black in color, and it has got its name due to that color only black. It is also known with the name of आपका C2 soil. Red soil along with the black soil is known with the name of C2 soil. Today first of all we'll be discussing about the black soil and then red soil. So red soil along with black soil is known as C2 soil. I have also told you that alluvial soil is also known with the name of XC2. There are different names of these soils that has to be studied in a proper detailed manner. That has to be properly learned upon. Otherwise you will be forgetting the names, and the names would be asked different names are asked at different times. So remember this. Rigur soil is another name for black soil. It is also known with the name of C2 soil. It is also known as black lava soil. What is the main components which are there in the black soil? Black soil is the soil which is rich in clay content. It has a high variety and high percentage of clay content. Clay content समझते हैं चिपचिपी मिट्टी. Yes, that is why this has a huge amount of clay content, and black soil is also rich in humus. Black soil has a deficiency of potash and phosphoric acid. इन दो चीजों की इसमें deficiency होती है. And that is why black soil develops crack during the dry seasons. Dry seasons में आपने देखा होगा, अगर black soils वगैरह महाराष्ट्र वगैरह की अगर आप चेक करिए soils कभी इंटरनेट पे पिक्चर्स वगैरह के थ्रू, तो you will be getting to know that they develop brick cracks. जैसे बहुत बड़े बड़े cracks होते हैं वो develop हो जाते हैं due to the lack of these potash and the phosphoric acid. Basically what happens that these cracks develop due to the lack of moisture which is present in the soil at that season, in the summer seasons. That is why it is being also known as that as soon as the first rainfall is there, the farmers of these areas start tilling the soil. Tilling मतलब जानते हैं? Tilling मतलब होता है they start exploring the soil, plowing the soil so that it should have mixed variety of soil, properly mix हो जाए, जिससे कि water का content उसमें क्या हो, properly बना रहे. That is known as the clay content that is always mixed with that. अदरवाइज क्या होगा कि अगर वो सॉइल के अंदर चला जाएगा पानी, तो फिर ऊपर की मिट्टी बहुत ज्यादा चिपचिपी हो जाएगी ना. इट वुड बी टू मच स्टिकी एंड इट वुड बी डिफिकल्ट टू टिल. दैट इज व्हाई जैसे ही पहली बारिश होती है इट इज टिल्ड. नाउ व्हाट इज द मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर? ब्लैक सॉइल इज रिच इन ह्यूमस एज वेल एज क्ले कंटेंट, सो इट इज वेरी गुड फॉर द शुगर केन एंड कॉटन. That is why it is also known as cotton soil और sugar cane के लिए बहुत important और good soil मानी जाती है. That is why it is also known as black lava soil is very good for cotton, and that is why Gujarat and Maharashtra well is famous for the cotton which are grown in India. So cotton and cotton production along with sugarcane production, and it is mainly found in the areas of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so these are the areas where the black soil are found, and I have told you what are the deficiencies in that as well as what are the things that they are rich in. It is a very good amount of soil that is present in India and covers these areas. Now we'll be coming to red soil. What is red soil? Red soil में आपको याद रखना है, it is also known with the name of the Frabble soil. Frabble जानते हैं क्या होता है? Frabble. Frabble मतलब कि it develops lumps. Lumps मतलब जानते हैं? It is frabble in nature. Frabble मतलब होता है इसमें गिठली पड़ी होती है. गिल्टी मतलब आप सोचते हैं छोटे छोटे lumps. जैसे आपने देखा होगा मिल्क वगैरह में जब कभी कोई चीज आप मिक्स करते हैं और सही से उसे मिक्स ना करिए तो लम्प्स बन जाते हैं. तो उस तरह की मिट्टियों में लंप होते हैं. ये क्यों होते हैं? क्योंकि ये वॉल्केनिक इरप्शंस एंड वॉल्केनिक रॉक्स डिकम्पोजिशन के कारण से बनी हुई सॉइल्स हैं. और रेड सॉइल इज स्पेशली रिच इन द आयरन कंटेंट. इसमें आयरन ऑक्साइड में बहुत ज्यादा रिच होती है, इसीलिए इसका कलर रेड होता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज फ्रेबल इन नेचर. और जब इसको पुश किया जाता है या थोड़ा सा प्रेस किया जाता है तो बिखर जाती है, टूट जाती है. इट रिस्पॉन्ड्स वेरी वेल टू द इरिगेशन एंड फर्टिलाइजर्स. इरिगेशन और फर्टिलाइजर्स और मैन्योर्स को बहुत अच्छे से रिस्पॉन्ड करती है दीज टाइप ऑफ सॉइल. एंड दे आर वेरी गुड फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ पल्सेस. पल्सेस के लिए बहुत अच्छी ग्रोथ होती है. आपने सुना होगा हिंदी में बोलते हैं दलहन, मतलब दाल की जितनी भी खेती होती है, जितनी भी दाल की आपके देखो पैदावार होती है, ये इस बेल्ट में बहुत अच्छी होती है. जो आपका छत्तीसगढ़ से लेके झारखंड और ये पूरी बेल्ट है जिसमें आपका रेड सॉइल का बहुत बड़ा क्वांटिटी होता है. And they have a frabble nature. Along with they are also known with C2 soil. Yellow soil is basically also a type of soil which is known as the laterite soil. These soils are basically having a low silica content. मैंने बताया था leaching. Laterite soil आपको बताया था. It is formed by the process of leaching. Leaching के process से form होती है, इसको leach soil भी बोलते हैं. Western Ghats area and Eastern Ghats area, and they are good when they are irrigated and manured properly. They are good for plantation agriculture, that is like coffee, rubber, tea, sugar cane. These all can grow here with proper manures and fertilizers. Now, when we talk about sandy soil or desert soil, these are the soils which are found in the deserted areas such as areas of Rajasthan and Thar of Gujarat. These areas have a high sand content. इसीलिए इन्हें sandy soil बोलते हैं क्योंकि इनमें sand का content बहुत high होता है. They are very porous in nature. बहुत ज्यादा porous होते हैं क्योंकि पानी इनके अंदर सीप इन कर जाता है. That is why they are not good for growth of crops such as wheat, rice, but they are good for growth of bajra, jowar, millets. Basically, millets are grown there, and they have been important and they have been growing now because of the Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal के बनने के कारण से वहाँ पर irrigation and manures वगैरह आसानी से पहुँच गया है. So they have a rich variety of plants as well as growth of crops in these areas. I hope types of soils are clear to you. Now what, make a chart in your fair notebooks along with the name of the soils, the things they are rich in, things they are deficient in, areas where they are found, and the crops which are grown there. So you just have to write down all these along with the different names of these soils, and you have to learn this. These are very important because they come only for 1 or 2 marks. I've told you that the questions which are there in your geography would be only 1 or 2 marks. Max to max 3 marks questions are there. That is also in parts A and B. So 1.5 each would be there. So please be very particular that you have to study in detail these chapters. Otherwise what would happen, you will not be understanding it. Next, very important topic, that is soil conservation and soil erosion. First of all, we'll be eroding the soil. Basically, soil erosion पहले start करते हैं, तब हम लोग conservation पे चलेंगे. What do you understand by the term soil erosion? Soil erosion basically means when the soil is being eroded, top layer of the soil is removed by the action of air, water and wind. एयर वाटर विंड इन सब के कारण से जब कभी टॉप लेयर ऑफ द सॉइल रिमूव हो जाए, वो कभी जो फर्टाइल मटेरियल है सॉइल का वो हट जाए, तो वो होता है सॉइल इरोजन. एंड इट इज वेरी बैड फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ क्रॉप्स एज वेल एज. सो सॉइल इरोजन के मेन कारण क्या है पहले समझिए. व्हाट आर द मेन रीजंस फॉर सॉइल इरोजन? ओवरग्रेजिंग, व्हेन यू नो द कैटल्स ओवरग्रेज समटाइम. Deforestation on a large scale, बहुत ज्यादा cutting down of trees are there for the urbanization, globalization, as well as industrialization, then urbanization, township planning, growth. तो ये सारे कारण से जब deforestation हो रहा है, that is also leading to soil erosion, as well as lots of urbanization, industrialization is responsible for soil erosion. Now There are different types of soil erosion that we have to discuss, and the questions arise from this type in the form of distinguish between also it can be asked, or simple definition it can be asked. There are basically three types of main erosion. First is gully erosion, जिसे gully erosion भी कहते हैं. Next is sheet erosion and third is splash erosion. ये तीन type of erosions बहुत important है which are being asked in your exams and you have to prepare them. First is the gully erosion. Gully erosion or the gully erosion is basically when the channels are being cut by the water. You know, sometimes the water when it is moving from one particular place, it cut down the rocks and the soils are being transported from one place to another. Such as चंबल रवाइन. इंडिया में चंबल रवाइन का आपने देखा होगा एग्जाम्पल, वो गलियां काट देता है. गलियां इसीलिए इसका नाम गुली इरोजन है. छोटे छोटे पैसेजेस बना देता है when the water is moving from one place to another, and these passages also lead to movement of soil from one place to another. That is known as gully erosion. चंबल रवाइन is the best example for that. What is splash erosion? Splash erosion basically means when there is a heavy downfall of rain with big droplets. बड़ी बड़ी droplets of water जब गिरती हैं किसी भी पर्टिकुलर जगह पर, तो जो सॉइल होता है उसे वो परफुलेट कर देती है. पेरिफुलेट मतलब करने का मतलब क्या होता है, उसे फुला देती है, उसे उभार देती है. और जब वो उभर जाता है, जब वो ग्रो करता है और जब ये आपका पानी बरसता है, तो ये पूरा का पूरा इरोड हो जाता है. That is known as splash erosion. When the big droplets of rainwater are falling on the earth, it perforates the soil, it makes it loose, and the soil is easily removed from one place to another. That is splash erosion. Sheet erosion क्या होता है? When there is a heavy rainfall or there is a flood, then the top layer of the soil would be removed with the action of water. When the water would be flowing in a great hurry, when the banks of the river has been crossed, then what would happen? The water would take away the top layer of the soil along with that. It is known as sheet erosion. So there are three main types of erosions that we have discussed. Now what are soil conservation? Basically soil conservation basically means that how to conserve the soil. अब हमने भैया बात कर ली कि soil erode कैसे होती है. अब इन्हें बचाएंगे भी तो soil conservation कैसे होगा? सबसे पहले stop overgrazing, stop urbanization. Third, afforestation. Very important. Afforestation means planting more and more trees. अब समझ लो इसमें एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म बताने जा रहा हूं जो बहुत ज्यादा पूछा जाता है. What is the difference between afforestation and reforestation? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, समझ लो. Afforestation basically means that afforestation means planting of trees on a large number, that is known as afforestation. What is reforestation? Reforestation basically means beta, when you cut one tree, you have to plant two more saplings for that. So basically this is known as re-afforestation. Basically when you cut down one tree, you have to plant two more saplings in that place so that new trees can be developed in such a manner. So all these things constitute your second chapter. It's a very important chapter. I've told you the first chapter was of 10 marks and it comprised of two chapters. This is only one chapter that comprises of 10 marks. It's a very easy chapter once you study it, and there are a set of questions that we have discussed that are asked in your examinations. So be particular, be attentive and start studying. It's an easy chapter. Just study it properly. You'll be easily understanding it. Thank you. Have a good day.